Good morning, afternoon, and evening. Welcome to another episode of the Best Advice Ever channel. This is a video of advanced knowledge that has taken me my whole life to remember. So as the law of attraction goes, and the job I volunteered for, this is being made and posted for a reason at this time. So here goes. Creating worlds with energy of experiences. I start at the end of the realization of this creating due to that fitting the puzzle piece is the most important event to pass on. My journey to this realization is important to me and relevant only for me. What we do, feel, and think of evolves and creates our personal world moment to moment, minute to minute, hour to hour, and day to day. All of this action is energy. The universal laws are energy that we all abide by, even if we don't know about it, don't believe it, or we try to debunk it as false. It's what we have called magic, spelled M-A-G-I-C, M-A-G-I-K, and M-A-G-I-C-K, to go with karma, superstition, or the mystical power of the unexplainable. This is as true today as it is in the past. We are responsible for what happens in our life. As a child to adult, from feeble-minded and helpless to the knowingly responsible. It doesn't matter. This will be extremely difficult for those of us who identify with the victims of this world. That is what the hardest for me to accept and to get around. But while in researching and following my instincts and soul guidance, I now understand and accept the purpose of these universal laws that each soul follows. The law of attraction, the law of allowing, the law of creating, and the law of co-creating. Now to the epiphany of fitting the puzzle piece, I listened to a program with a guest, Pamela Oslie. She is the author of Life Colors and Love Colors. Her topic of a conversation was not about colors. It was about changing the vibration timeline you live in by using thoughts, feelings, and actions. I listened to this program so many times that I lost count. So, this is how you live in the timeline that you choose, which will ultimately create the world that you choose to live in. First, decide what you don't like about your life, about you, your career, your job, people around you, and the world that you live in. 2, put these items in a list on paper or record it. 3, decide what you love about your life, about you, about your career or job, people around you, and the world that you live in. 4, put those items in a list on paper or a recording and create a vision board. Then, number 5, imagine if you could create the perfect world, your life, your career, and people around you with no limits, no rules of society, no blocks, no society normals or morals of correct and wrong. You have limitless control and no one can stop you. 6, put this in a list or recording and create a vision board. 7, take the vision boards and set them up so you see them every day. Play the recordings of what you love and would create every day, or read them every day. 8. For what you don't like, explore why you don't like what's going on. Look at why you are the way you are and how you got there. Take responsibility. 10. Take responsibility for what is going on in your life now. And 11. Decide on a plan of what you can do to become who you choose to be right now. Now take this information and act on it. You can't control or change other people. You can change and control you. No one can force you to do anything that you don't choose to do. You can allow others to influence you, but they can't force you to give up your free will. You make the choice to be hateful or loving. You make the choice to help or to hurt. You make the choice of what world you live in, the people you interact with, your career or job, and the life that you live. By living what you love and what you know to be correct for you, by doing this, you live the timeline you choose, not just floating along the course of being told what to do. Reaction versus action. I understand that the blame game is running rampant in our world, that owning up to what you do is not encouraged. Honesty is frowned on. Lies are accepted. And truth is the joke of all comedians now. Excuse me, most comedians. To research and share is punished. WikiLeaks, as an example. And following and staying quiet is rewarded. Violence with cause is strength and the answer, and being passive and loving with cause is weak and wrong. Fear is propagated as the way, and having no fear is to be foolish and stupid. When you have some truth mixed with lies, confusion is created. We then ask, who do we allow to lead us, to control how we live, to make decisions for us to follow? The moment you decide that you are the leader, that you cannot be controlled, and you make your decisions, then and only then will you create and live in the world you choose. When enough people do this, then another world and dimension is created separate from this current world. This can be as easy as you choose or as difficult as you choose to make it. The ultimate key is you are in control. You cannot force your will on others. This does go against allowing others to own up to their own life and their free will. You don't know what is best for anyone but you, and no one knows what is best for you but you. As a side note, what you choose is not good or bad. We each are answerable to ourselves and no one else. So it would benefit you to remember this. I hope that this video finds you peace and finds you with something to think about. something to act on, so that you know that it doesn't matter who's president, it doesn't matter what agendas are going on, it doesn't matter about inflation, it doesn't matter about the hatefulness and the wrong things that are happening to other people or even to you. What matters is this: for each thought you have, whether it's for you or it's against you, each feeling you act on, each opportunity you pass up or you take, is vibration and energy. And in doing that, you decide what course your life will be. And as the law of attraction goes, we attract like energies. So if we are hateful, we attract hateful people in our lives. If we are loving, then we attract loving people in our lives. If we choose to decide that other people need to be controlled, but we don't want to be controlled, that puts energy into the world for our world to be controlled by others. And it doesn't matter that you said, I don't want to be controlled. You're a part of that world of creating it. So the backlash is you will be controlled because you've decided to accept and allow it. But you can change it at any moment, at any time. Unfortunately, when you go down one pathway, it's difficult to change back. So take time to think and research what you do, because you can affect the world just by a thought. Doesn't matter what it is. It's part of the choice that you've chosen. So thank you. Good night, good afternoon, and good evening. And I hope to see you again on the Best Advice Ever channel.